What is up, FBG fam? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Now, Kamisato Ayato is dropping here relatively soon. Listen, guys, I could not be more excited. I need this character in game already. Now, I know I'm not alone. I know a lot of you are as excited as I am and you want him to be in game. And with that excitement and anticipation, there come individuals who are deciding whether or not they're going to be going for constellations because they are simping hard right now. Listen, I'm right there with you. You are not alone, my friend. So with that being said, I thought it would be fun to talk about Kamisato Ayato's constellations, if they are worth going for or not, and if they are worth going for, which one you may want to stop at because it's enough and you really don't need to go any further. So if you find this video to be a bit helpful, if you enjoy the video today, go ahead and drop a like. It just helps out tremendously. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and consider subbing, joining the FBG family. We would love to have you stick around. Now, with that being said, in the comments down below, if you could do me a huge favor, let me know if you are planning on going for constellations for this character. And if you are, let me know which ones you're trying to go for. And if you're going all the way to C6, let me know in the comments down below. I want to know that, and I want to know the reasons why. Or if you are skipping Kamisato Ayato altogether, let me know the reason why for that as well. I am super curious, and I want to go ahead and talk to you guys in the comment section. Also, this whole time, I know you've been staring into Yai Miko's eyes. It's okay. You can admit it in the comments while you're down there. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. So Kamisato Ayato's constellations in beta, he's been having some changes to them, and they've been buffing and switching them around as we've gotten closer to his official release in the game, right? And overall, I'm going to just TLDR this really quickly for you. Overall, I think his constellations are great. I think they're some of the better ones in the game when it comes to a character, and I do think they are worth going for to an extent. Let me explain. We're going to get into that here. So if we take a look at his C1 and his C2, we're just going to talk about both really quickly. They are both buffing his elemental skill. Now, if you know anything about Kamisato Ayato and his kid, his elemental skill is going to be his bread and butter. Now, I know, guys, he's got a bit of a nerf towards his elemental skill. It doesn't taunt anymore, and it literally kills me inside that his elemental skill doesn't taunt. I don't know why they took it away. I didn't think it was going to be too overpowered. I thought it was actually going to be absolutely fantastic, but they did take the taunt away. So just in case you guys were unaware, they took the taunt away, but that doesn't mean his elemental skill is not good. It is still a fantastic elemental skill. And with C1 and C2, it is basically buffing his elemental skill damage. And I think that's where his damage is really going to be coming from, because we all know his elemental burst is more of that supporting type of elemental burst, where it's going to be applying hydro pretty effectively, doing some decent damage. But that's where you're going to be getting all the good elemental reactions from. So his elemental skill is where his damage is going to come from. And his C1 is specifically boosting his elemental skill damage. And it's going to be based on the opponent's HP. If it's 50% or below, that's where you're going to get that increase in damage. So think of like the Wolf Gravestone's passive proccing in a sense. Just a bit different in the percentage. But it's basically the equivalent to that. And then for his C2, it's going to increase your maximum stack count for the elemental skill. And when you have at least 3 stacks, then his max HP, Kamisato Ayato's, is going to increase by 50%. Now, that is significant because his elemental skill damage is based off of his HP. So that is absolutely fantastic. What that allows you to do is not have to really focus so much when it comes to the substats on the artifacts for HP, because you're getting that boost within the C2. So it's not going to be as much of a focus for you, at least in my opinion anyways. You can then focus more on, obviously, attack percent, crit rate, crit damage, all the good stuff that you're going to want to be building anyways for your Kamisato Ayato. And it's going to give you a little more leadway on that, to where you don't have to focus so much on HP percent or flat HP. You can focus on other things. So I think that's fantastic. So if you have both the C1 and the C2, I think his elemental skill is going to be hitting pretty damn hard, in my opinion. I think it's going to be doing some good damage, and I think you're going to have a very spicy Kamisato Ayato. With that being said, if you need to stop, or if you're planning on grabbing a constellation, deciding where to stop at, I think C1 is good enough. I don't think you need to go to C2 per se. Because the thing about it is, if you go to C2, you might as well go to C3, because the C3 is then going to increase the talent level for the elemental skill. See, C1 through C3 is all elemental skill. And I think that's where all his damage is coming from. And I like that they did that. I like that they made his bulk of his damage, it's very much like the Raiden Shogun, right? Like early constellations towards the damage to increase, but the increase in the elemental skill damage is all early constellations. You don't have to wait till like C4, C5, C6 like you do with other characters. They did it early for him, and that is something that I do enjoy. So if you're gonna go beyond C1, you might as well go to C3 in my opinion. Let me know in the comments down below if you think differently, but that's just my opinion. But I think C1 is perfectly fine. I think if you stop at C1, you got yourself an increase in your elemental skill damage off of that alone, and I think you are solid right there. I don't think you need to go to C2, and if you do decide to go to C2, you might as well go all the way to C3. Grab that C3 so you get even more damage towards the elemental skill, because after that, if we take a look after C3, you have C4, which is more of that supporting for your party members. It's that supporting constellation, which is nice. It's increased in normal attack speed, because if you don't know, the elemental burst is going to increase the normal attack damage. Having that C4 is going to be pretty spicy for your party members, because you now have normal attack speed up and normal attack damage up. So that's going to be extremely nice, and it's going to be extremely beneficial in my opinion. And then the C6, I mean, the C6 looks good, but I just don't think it's necessary, right, to go that deep. It looks great. I think it's going to be beneficial. I just don't think you're going to need to go that far. But it's, once again, increasing the elemental skill damage, which is always going to be a nice thing. Once again, going back to talking about the elemental skill being his bread and butter, going to be where all the damage is coming from. So if you want to go that far, you can. I just don't think so. So to reiterate, I think C1 is going to be the sweet spot to stop at. If you go past C1, you might as well try and get the C3 while you're on your way to getting C2 as well, right? That is just my opinion. That is just my 2 cents. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Let me know if you are grabbing some constellations, and let me know how many constellations you plan on grabbing, or once again, let me know if you're just skipping this character altogether because you have other plans in mind. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Once again, I hope this was helpful, and hopefully it helps you decide what you plan on doing for your own Kamisato Ayato. If you're asking me personally what I'm doing, I'm probably wanting to try and grab a C1 if it's in the cards for me. If I get good luck, I'll probably try and snag the C1. I don't think I'll be going any further than that, but you never know with me, right? I say these things and then completely flip the script, but that's just what you get here on the channel. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name is Cody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. And really quickly, before I do go, I forgot to mention the sponsor of the channel, Gamer Subs. Go ahead and click the link in the description down below, and that is to Gamer Subs. Use code FurtherBeyondGaming at checkout to get 10% off everything in the store. Grab yourself a waifu hoodie, waifu cup, waifu shirt, or Gamer Subs, and use code FurtherBeyondGaming at checkout. Get 10% off everything in the store, and it directly supports the channel so we can do bigger and better things here. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I duly appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.